Hello, grade 4 students. Well, today we will be dealing with workbook pages 7 till 11. So please prepare your workbook and just follow up with me. At first, I'm going to read the reading text for you. We already read it in the class and answered the questions orally. I will read the text for you, display the questions, give you time to answer each question, and then you have to check the answers and correct if you have mistakes. So, are you ready? Let's start together. Karen's new school. Going back to school was always fun for Karen. She loved to buy all the things she needed for school from the stationery store. She looked forward to seeing friends and talking about their summer vacation. However, this year things were difficult. Her father took a job in another city. That's why they had to move. Everyone in the family was happy about the change except for Karen. Moving to a new city meant moving to a new school. Karen was popular at her old school, but she didn't know anyone at her new school. She was worried that she wouldn't make any friends. She was worried that she wouldn't understand the teacher's explanation and get bad grades or even worse, fail. As much as she used to love the first day of school, she is dreading it now. What if no one liked her? Or she didn't like anyone? It was sure to be a catastrophe. The first day of school was finally here, and Karen was nervous and scared. Her mother dropped her off at school, but instead of familiar faces, all she saw were strangers staring at her. She sat in the playground, waiting for the bell to ring. She wanted this day to be over, and this year as well. As Karen was sitting and thinking of a way to convince her father to go back to his old job, a girl about Karen's age came up to her. Sharon had noticed that Karen was new at school, so she went over to welcome her to school. Sharon looked at Karen's new bag and commented on how lovely it was. The girls immediately started talking. To Karen's surprise, they had a lot of things in common. They both liked the same music, and they had the same taste in movies. The girls were in the same class, so Sharon told Karen how nice the teachers were. She even introduced her to all the other students in her class. When Karen went home, she told her mother about her new friend and how wonderful her school was. Karen's mother was relieved that Karen was able to fit in and be happy in her new school. Karen realized that change is good and it can help a person to meet new people and make new friends. Now, this is the reading text. We will move to the questions. Questions, page 9. Let's read and try to answer them. I will read the question, then you will stop, write your own answer. After that, you will play it and check your answer. So, question number 1. Answer the questions in complete sentences. That means you have to answer complete answers. Why did Karen love to go back to school? Why did Karen love to go back to school? Stop, think, write your own answer, and then check for mistakes. Yes, she liked to buy things she needed from the stationery store and liked to see her friends as well. Question 2. What was different this year? Stop, think, write your own answer, and then check for mistakes. This year, they had to move because her dad got a new job in a new city, so she had to move to a new school. Question 3. Why was Karen worried about going back to school? Why was she worried? Stop, think, write down your answer, then check for mistakes. She was worried because she didn't know if she would make friends. Question 4. How do you think Karen felt when the students were looking at her? She felt annoyed and scared when the students were looking at her. Question 5. Who was Sharon? How did she treat Karen when she saw her? Sharon was a student in Karen's class. She welcomed Karen, commented on her lovely bag, and introduced her to the other students in the class. Please, my lovely students, you have to stop, think, write your own answers, and then check the other answers. And of course, you have to correct if you have mistakes. Activities pages 10 and 11. Notice here on page 10, answers may vary. It means that you may write your own answer. If it's a logical one, you can keep it. Do you think Karen will be happy at her new school? How do you know? Do you? So it's your own opinion. Do you think Karen will be happy at her new school? How do you know? Yes, because she realizes that change is good and she has a good friend now, too. 7. Do you agree with Karen that moving to a new school would be hard sometimes? Do you agree? If yes, you have to tell me why. If no, also you have to tell why. Yes, it's hard because there are things that might cause you stress, like feeling sad about leaving your old friends and teachers, feeling worried about making new friends, and meeting new teachers. 8. Would you like to be popular at school? Why or why not? Here we're going to answer it in 2 ways. If yes, you have to tell me why. If no, you have to tell me why. So let's start with yes. Yes, because it strengthens my personality and helps me gain more confidence and respect from people. While as if you answered no, no, because most people say here today, gone tomorrow, which means popularity wouldn't last forever. What really matters is gaining attention and respect on my own merits. Let's go now to the activity page 11, the theme. Find the theme of the story. Complete the graphic organizer. How Karen thinks. How does she think at the beginning of the story? Yes, she thinks it will be a tough year. How Karen acts. Karen was sitting alone in the playground. How Karen changes. Karen changed her mind when she got introduced to her friends. And finally, the theme, the lesson that Karen learned. She learned that change is good and it can help a person meet new people and make new friends. Or you may write, don't judge before you try. This is all for today's session. Please check your work carefully. See you in class. Goodbye.